Someone asked me if they should buy Netflix before the stock split. My first thought goes to, well, what's your time horizon? Are you talking about years, months, weeks, hours, days? And my second thought goes to, well, what's the historical data look like on that information? How do stocks perform before or after a stock split? I found this article from the NASDAQ and it was interesting. Historically, yes, it does look like after a stock split, price and asset can jump about 20 to 25% after a year, beating the historically roughly 9% that the S&P does. But it's not typically because of the stock split alone. While the split can bring short-term excitement as well as liquidity into the market, it's not necessarily a long-term catalyst. Now, looking back at Netflix, let's go ahead and take a look at the chart. We'll zoom in here. And the last time that Netflix had a stock split was July of 2015. So we'll zoom in, take a look, and you can see here. Okay. So there you go. It had a gap up and it gapped up. And about a year later, from this gap up, you're looking at about a 12% loss and 365 days later from that stock split. So for long-term holders, that was probably a great time to keep dollar cost averaging into this position as you were getting in around the same price for an entire year. But if you're trading for a few weeks, a few months, this probably wasn't the best setup for you for your time frame. You're probably better off putting your capital elsewhere. And this is where intention matters. What are you looking to get out of the trade or the investment? If you're trading or if you're investing long-term, 5, 10, 20 years, you're not necessarily caring about getting the perfect entry. You care more about the long-term. But if you're trading short-term, maybe a few weeks or a few months, you've got a completely different job than someone who's looking out years ahead. And that's why your time frame matters. Are you investing or trading this? So let's go ahead and take a look at the charts and I'll show you how I break it down personally. And if you're looking long-term, again, I would probably stick to just a monthly chart. Less noise and it's got cleaner structure. So as you can see here, first thing I notice is we're looking at a very clear uptrend. So uptrend, touch, 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 and we keep going higher. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit further and we can take a look. So the first thing I notice is here are the 2021 highs. These were the last cycle highs. And what else do I notice from these lows in 2022? I see another trend line. So trend line, and we're right here at this level. So I'll zoom in a little bit further or closer, and I'll go back again to, these are the February highs from this year, and it looks like they coincide right with this trend line. So now what I'm looking at here is this is clearly an important level that we can take a look at. But now this isn't necessarily ready to trade. That doesn't mean just go ahead and blindly trade it. You do have defined risk. Anything below probably this zone is not something that you want to own currently. So what I'll do personally, again, I'll take like this VWAP here from the April lows, and you can see we're still below those. We just came below those a couple weeks ago, and we'll take it from the high as well. So from the June highs, and you can see that they're below. So price is below both of these VWAPs, and it's right at the zone. So what I'd be looking for from here is if the price can hold in the zone, kind of settle in a little bit, and once it starts making its way back above these levels, these VWAPs, then you can look to take an opportunity. And that's really the point. It's not just about the split, it's about your intent. Your time horizon is going to decide what your plan is. So instead of thinking, should I buy before the split, you should be thinking, what's my time horizon? If you enjoyed this type of breakdown, please let me know. I'm trying out new video formats to see what helps the most. So if you enjoyed it or you want to check out a company, please let me know in the comments and we can take a look at it and break it down just like this.